COVID, a number of assistants didn't get to travel to France. And also, some of those who would have been here would have gone back to Jamaica. And others would have probably, moved on, changed their status from being assistants or students to maybe workers. So, the association went into a period of a low period, a dormant period, we could say.
Mm-hmm.
And so, a number of us who are stakeholders in terms of Jamaican culture, we met this year and, decided how could we, we had to decide the future of the Jamaican Association in France. And, we thought that it was something that was very useful. We couldn't allow for it to disappear. And we decided, to realign the vision and to change the leadership. And so, even though I started the association, I went into different activities, but I decided to come back, to help to steer the association back into the new, we could say, the new chapter.
How has that been going so far?
Well, it's great. I think people are very excited and remobilized, especially this year, which is a strategic year for France and Jamaica, because that next year we have the Olympics in France. And so it's very important that the presence of Jamaica be nurtured, to take advantage of that strategic defense. Because one of the things that I think that we need to try to tap into is the market in France, and not just France, but Europe, to try to attract more business from Europe, to try to attract more tourism from Europe. And I think that, the Olympics is a catalyst to increasing the numbers. And so that's one of the things that we believe that, we have to work on. And so that's what Jamaican France is going to be trying to do this year. But of course, we have commitments to Jamaicans who come here on a regular basis. And so we decided, to deploy some of our resources towards helping them, towards showing people that Jamaican France is still here and effective, and also, to as a sign that we are still trying as best as possible how to support Jamaican nationals who come to live, study, settle here in France. So we decided to create some grants for students and teaching assistants. So we were able to issue our first 2 grants for language assistance. And what I decided to do, Dervan, was I didn't want to just give money to people
Mm-hmm.
who are going to come to France.
Yes.
I wanted to create a sort of partnership or contract. So the idea was that, okay, we will give you a grant, but how are you going to serve the Jamaican community? How are you prepared to serve the association? And so the first 2 recipients will integrate the Jamaican France board. So we have, for example, Mr. Ryan Mullins, who will come on as our new treasurer. And we have Mr. Dwayne Samuels, who will take up the position of Secretary General of the association. So we wanted them to serve, and those are two key positions as well. So we're really trying to say, not because you are a student or you're receiving a scholarship, you cannot take up an integral role in, the association or in the welfare of Jamaican culture, etc.
One moment, Edward. We need to take a break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
6:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 1:30 p.m. in Paris, France.
Join Dr. Herbert Gale Mondays and Tuesdays.
If you don't sit down and make an overall investment in your human resource and you keep just allowing your very best to go, you are going to end up weaker.
And tune in to Simon Crosskill from Wednesday to Friday.
The majority of people in Jamaica are good, decent, honest, hardworking people. What we are doing is we are allowing a minority to control the narrative.
Featuring The Bottom Line with Ralston Hyman, the best public affairs banter on Jamaican radio.
Everything is connected. If you have more of your people employed and you're operating at full capacity, you're supposed to be getting more output, not less.
It's Power Talk, weekdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Identifying challenges and finding solutions in a globalized world. Make it a date. Join us.
Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. Our special guest is founder and president of JAM France, the Jamaican Association in France, giving us an update on the work of the organization is Edward Boucher Jr. from Christiana, right? Is it Christiana, Manchester? No? Williamsfield, I beg your pardon. Williamsfield in Manchester, Jamaica. So you were saying before we took the break that you wanted to you didn't want to just give give students money or something to that effect, but you wanted to get a sense of whether they have a deeper appreciation for playing a part in engendering fruitful relationships, good relationships between Jamaica and France. Something along those lines. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Definitely, because that's what our national pledge says, advancing the welfare of the whole human race. So how are you going to advance the welfare of, the association or just the Jamaican community here in France? We need you to be engaged and active. And so, as I said, these two individuals, they are former students of Charlotte Teachers College who are actually teaching in Jamaica at the moment. And so they arrive in France next week. Next week, Tuesday, I think, they arrive in France. So their positions are waiting for them to start working as soon as they get here. And it's very interesting and good because we were able to, the first two grants that we are awarded are of a value of 500 euros each, which is 80,000 euros. It doesn't sound like a lot to some, 8,000 Jamaican dollars, each. which might not sound like a lot, but Dervan, when you are moving abroad to a new country, you realize that it takes up a lot of resources, especially if you're moving for a year. You have to pay for your visa fees. You have to buy up different documents. You're coming into a country that is a lot colder than Jamaica, so you have to change your entire wardrobe. You have to move into a situation where you might have to furnish your apartment, etc. So it takes up a lot of money. And so, as Miss Lou would say, one cocoa full basket. So, it does go a long way in helping them to settle down in France. And of course, sometimes when they get on this program, they have to finance the first month or two before they actually start getting paid. Because one of the things is that they have to do different paperwork with the French government for them to start receiving their monthly salary. And sometimes it takes up to 2 to 3 months for the process to be complete. So it's a very difficult first 2 months in France. And so we believe that, this is just a token to help them to settle in. So that's a total of 160,000. We also have 4 more grants for other students valued at 40,000 Jamaican dollars each for 4 more students who will be coming to France on the same program. Just to help them out there to, settle in.
Yeah.
And so those have not yet been allocated. So we're inviting assistants who are coming to France who, would need an extra push if they really need it, to send us an email outlining, why it is that they need the extra support and how are they prepared to serve the Jamaican community for the academic year that they will be in France. It's as simple as that, and we will look at the applicants and see which ones, we think might be, not that some will be more worthy than others, but we have to make a decision as to who, we will allocate those remaining 4 grants to. And we're hoping that will help them to, settle in well, but also to show that them in France is here as a support mechanism. We might not be able to give financial resources to everyone coming, but we are able to provide assistance in terms of information. There are a number of challenges that people face when they come to France: transportation, how to get their different transportation subscriptions, how to open a bank account, the procedures for their health card or their social security. There's quite a bit of things that they need when they come here. Maybe resources in terms of how to find an apartment, because some are lucky enough to get a school that houses them, but there are others who have to find their own accommodation. And we might be able to steer them into the right direction in terms of which websites to look at, what to look out for. There's a lot of scamming, for example, as well, even in France, when it comes to rentals and housing, etc. So we're here to help. We're here to help. We have a Jamaican WhatsApp group that is active with over 150 participants who are all over France. There are some in Paris, Marseille, Lille, Nice, all over France. And, we are here to assist. Some of us were able to house someone for 3-4 days on our sofas, or you never know, Dervan, what help or what situation you might require when you get to a foreign with a foreign language, with no family around to support you, etc. So it's very important for them to get as close to the Jamaican community and friends of Jamaica, because not everybody in Jamaican France or in our WhatsApp group is Jamaican. We have a lot of people who are passionate about Jamaica who are part of our initiatives. So that is what we have in terms of for the assistance. We're also accompanying the students who, because there are other students who are at University of the Western and Shortwood Teachers College. They come for a shorter period, sometimes for a month or two, and they do an intense program where they come. It's called an immersion program where they go to school for a few months and then they go back to Jamaica. So we also decided that we were going to back them as well. And so we have put aside an extra 1,000 euros or 160,000 Jamaican equivalent to help them in terms of their visa fees. We pay for at least one cultural act, whether it's a visit to the Louvre Museum or climbing the Eiffel Tower or, something cultural for them to be able to take back to their schools in Jamaica when they go back to say, okay, we went to France, but it wasn't just looking at buildings. We actually participated in an activity that enriched our experience while we were there. So that is also a financial commitment that Jamaican France is making as we speak. Because there was a group that was here last, actually they're still here. So these little gestures are important in the lives of these students who are coming from Jamaica, especially when you consider that we are moving from a currency which is 160 Jamaican dollars to one, then it means that your spending power is reduced, when you have to convert that currency. So we believe that these are some of the initiatives that will help to empower these individuals coming to France and, to help to enrich their experience as they come.
Sounds like a lot, but in terms of the grants, because they're essentially grants, how have you been able to generate those funds in order to help the students?
Okay, so one of the things that we depend on as an association is membership. So our members would pay their annual dues, but we were also able to gather funds from our different programs that we have run.
Like your events and your fundraisers?
Well, our events and fundraisers, but also our projects that are financed by, one of our projects was called Mind Over Media, which was financed by the European Union and the Erasmus program. And it was really how youth are now affected by the media and how it is that we are going to help them to be able to judge, the different types of information that's coming at them, whether it's via traditional media or social media, etc. So a number of the youth programs that we make are actually financed by the European government or the French government, etc. So we're able to fund some of our initiatives thanks to public funding. And what they do, associations that are active, that are purpose-driven, are actually supported by the European Union. And so we're working currently on a number of other initiatives.
Hold on. Pause there for a moment. We want to hear about those other initiatives, if even in a cursory way. So hold the line there. Let's take this break and come back in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 2:45 in the afternoon in Kyiv, Ukraine.
Your favorite nighttime talk show, Dear Pastor, is now at a new time, 9 to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday. Join Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas as he answers your questions and entertains conversations on a range of issues. Spice up your evening with Dear Pastor here on Power 106 FM, Monday to Thursday from 9 to 11 p.m. It's nighttime talk radio at its best at an earlier time. That's Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas, now at a new time, 9 to 11 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM. Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go.
Thanks for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, our special guest for this extended discussion and indeed extensive discussion on the work of JAM in France, the Jamaican Association in France. Our special guest is Edward Boucher Jr., founder and president of the organization JAM in France. Very easy to find online if you need information, especially if you need to find out more about the opportunities and benefits of being a part of this organization, JAM in France. So you are about to give us a futuristic look at the organization now, Edward Boucher Jr., in terms of what is to come, having already shared with us what has happened, what is happening, and now you're about to give us an idea of what is to come in your plans.
Right, so we're looking at a number of projects. There's some, Dervan, to be honest, I can't really share the details.
I understand. Too early to let the proverbial puss out of the bag.
Exactly. But one that is going to be interesting is our project that is called Paris is Jamming, which is going to, because one of the things that the French government expressed to us was that they were concerned that Parisians were being inactive. I guess with social media, Netflix, different things that, the Parisian population is not as active as they used to be. And so we're working at the moment on a project to try to get the Parisians to be more active. And so our idea is to twin, and it has to incorporate the theme of the Olympics. So we're trying to work on a project that is going to twin dancehall, Jamaican dancehall, with sports. So the idea is that we're going to have these Parisians going to these dancehall workshops and classes, which is actually going to be them learning Jamaican dancehall, but as a sport, because dancehall is a physical activity. Okay, So with them learning that, and then it's going to get them now to be active. So we're going to use the dancehall workshop as a training to say, okay, we're starting in October. We'll take them onto the field. We'll time them, see how fast they can do certain sporting events. Then after the series of training through dancehall, we take them back at the end of the year. We test their timing to see how they would have increased in terms of their physical ability through dancehall. And hopefully Dervan will be able to, some of the best ones or some of those who would have improved their timing, we'll be able to bring them to Jamaica to visit some of the local training camps where we have some of our athletes training for them, to see how it operates in Jamaica. Hopefully we'll be able to bring a group to boys and girls champs and also see some of the dance events in Jamaica. So that's something innovative. I hope I'm not giving away our little secret, but that's something that we're working on. It's very innovative, and we're really excited about that project. In terms of activities, we have our Jamaican Christmas dinner in December, and that is going to be a bam bam because it's going to be hosted by Julie Mango, who's the Jamaican social media queen at the moment. And she's going to be visiting us here in Paris in December, on the 16th of December. And we're looking forward to, having a grand time here in Paris. There are a number of other initiatives that are in the pipeline, which, hopefully I'll be able to give better visibility the next time we speak. But a lot of things are happening. And, we're really excited. We're really excited, I should say, moving forward.
Yes. And I think in the conversation, you've mentioned the French government a couple of times. Sounds like you are properly positioned as far as getting the attention of the French government, whether local or national. That seems to be up and running.
Absolutely. And actually, Dervan, we had a summit 2 months ago to relaunch our association and our, vision. And we were very happy that the French ambassador to Jamaica was actually in attendance and, who offered his support and the support of the French government for our initiatives. He's very available and very passionate about, partnership with German France. And so we're excited about that. One of the things that is about France is that they pump a lot of money into associations, organizations, and what we call engagement, which is engagement or service. They believe heavily in, giving back. And so they support organizations like ours. For example, we get a meeting room for free. They support us in terms of getting things like photocopies and communication for free, and mailboxes, address, meeting rooms, a number of things they support us with because they do believe heavily in, engaging your community or making a difference. And so we're just strengthening that relationship. And France being a Caribbean country, because France has a number of Caribbean territories, we believe that it's very important for us to have more events for the promotion of regional integration and cooperation between the French Caribbean and the English-speaking Caribbean. So that's something that we really want to work on as an association. Because one of the things, Dervan, is that sometimes you have associations that are in the country, but they're exclusive. We don't want to be an association that's just about Jamaica. We want to be fully integrated in France, in the French culture, in the French custom. We want the Jamaicans, when they come to France, it's not about, oh, we're only going to have Jamaican events. We want them to come, we want them to learn the French language, we want them to learn the French culture, we want them to respect the French law, etc. So even though we are Jamaican, we are, it's not just a Jamaican community in France. You know, we're facilitating the Jamaican culture here, but we're also facilitating the French culture in Jamaica, and we're facilitating a sort of mix and integration. Mm-hmm. So that's something that is crucial in terms of Jamaican France's identity. And, you know, that's something that we firmly believe in Dervan.
Yes. And as we get ready to wrap, can you remind us how those listening to us whose interest has been piqued, how they can follow the work of Jam in France and, in fact, get in touch with Jam in France and learn more about some of the possibilities and opportunities that are available?
Right. So we are very responsive, and we are across all the social media platforms. For those who would like to get in touch, they could email the association at JaminFrance, JaminFrance, JaminFrance@gmail.com. And of course, we're also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter at JaminFrance. One of the things that I forgot to mention, Dervan, is that we have opened up our membership to not just Jamaicans in France, but to Jamaicans right across the world who are interested in whether it's French culture or the Jamaican culture or just supporting the organization. So that's one of the things that the internet has afforded us, the ability to be able to rope in everybody. And so if you would like to join our association, you can also send us an email or an Instagram message at JaminFrance or JaminFrance@gmail.com and join our community. You know, you might be interested in learning French, you might be interested in learning about the different association activities. Maybe it's just that you want to visit Paris, or you want to come to the Olympics next year, you might need a little extra help. Just join our association. Our membership is very cheap. It's as little as €6, which is just under 1,000 Jamaican dollars for the year. And so anybody can become a member of Jam in France. We are also trying to have a lot more activities in Jamaica. So soon we're going to be having different events in the different classes or schools in Jamaica. You'll probably have a Jamaican France Day in different high schools, you know, just to show people what we're about. And we're imploring everybody to get involved, whether you're in Iraq or Kuwait or Cameroon or the Netherlands, it doesn't matter. You can be a part of Jam in France. And we invite you to get in touch. As you know, we're one big family. And of course, you don't even have to be Jamaican to be a member.
We hear you loud and clear. We salute you and your team, Edward Boucher Jr., founder and president of Jam in France, the Jamaican Association in France. We remain available and ready to play our part in promoting the work of Jam in France. So we look forward to connecting with you again pretty soon, Edward Boucher Jr., and by then we'll get some more updates from you. But well done to you and your team for all that you have been doing and have done and will be doing going forward.
Thank you very much, Dervan, and thank you for your continued support, and to the team at Jamaican Diaspora Live and Power 106. We really appreciate your support. Merci beaucoup.
De rien. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
All right, take care. Let's take the break and come back with more in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 5 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles, California.
Tune into Farm Talk every second and third Tuesday of each month at 6:18 a.m. for the feature High Pro Food Independence. High Pro Food Independence will focus on solutions for farmers, such as land, animal husbandry, agronomy, and more. That's High Pro Food Independence every second and third Tuesday from 6:18 to 6:30 a.m. during Farm Talk, only on Power 106 FM. High Pro Food Independence is sponsored by High Pro.
Power 106 FM, the digital sound, now reaching you in more ways. Listen to us on 106.1 to 106.9 on the FM band. You can also listen to us on the Power 106 FM app, which you can download on the Google Play Store or the App Store. Plus, listen to us on onespotmedia.com and the One Spot Media app, or log on to go-jamaica.com. Power 106 FM, where all views can contend, giving you powerful talk radio in so many ways, on air and online. Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, you need to know. Shine. Anything you want to be. You give me hope. Shine. Oh, shine. Shine like that.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and it's time now for us to feature an institution that has long spread its wings across Jamaica and the rest of the world. We're talking about the JN Group, and from time to time they have various products and services that straddle both Jamaica and the diaspora. And so today we are happy to have joining us Davel Thompson, Senior Brand Specialist for the JN Group. And he's going to be telling us about the Double Up Your Savings promotion and savings campaign, which is on in earnest. Davel Thompson, thank you for joining us. How are you?
Happy to be here, and I'd just like to extend a great morning to your listeners both here in Jamaica and within the diaspora.
Thank you very much, and on their behalf as well. So let's get straight to it. JN Bank has launched the Double Up Your Savings promotion. What is it all about?
Yes, we have. And let me start by saying, for over 149 years, JN has supported ambitious Jamaicans to achieve their financial goals, both here and overseas, and will continue to do so to help them to find a way. In July, JN Bank launched our Double Up Savings promotion, And that promotion is an extension of our Save So You Can savings campaign, where we encourage persons to save so that they can achieve their financial goals. To enter the promotion, participants will open a JN Bank high yield account and pledge to consistently save a minimum of 25,000 Jamaican monthly for a year under the promotion. And this promotion started July 28th, 2023, and it will run until July 31st, 2024. To be eligible, persons can actually open their account and they will be eligible for one of 5 lucky prizes of double their savings of up to a maximum of $100,000.
Mm-hmm. So give us an example now of how that works. So if I'm... Go ahead, please. Mm-hmm.
So go ahead, ask the question so I can make sure I'm answering correctly.
Yeah, man, the question is for you to give us an example.
All right, so once you are saving consistently every month, with a minimum to start is $25,000. So what you will do is you will pretty much open the account and set aside your monthly pledge, and quarterly we will have winners selected who would have met that criteria, which is to have the monthly pledge saved every month. So if it is that you save a maximum, say, of $100,000, then we will give you an additional $200,000 if you are selected in our quarterly draw.
Nice. That sounds good.
It is amazing.
All right, but you did mention earlier, a short while ago, that it's part of your Save So You Can savings campaign.
It is part of our savings, Save So You Can campaign, and that has been our newest savings initiative to build awareness about savings. So as mentioned previously, our mission is to create opportunities to help our members and Jamaica at large to become their best selves. And savings is one of the ways in which we believe we can help people to achieve their goals and realize their dreams, such as a new home, their first car, opening a business, that amazing vacation that they're thinking about, or even educational expenses for either themselves or their children and others. So therefore, we want to encourage Jamaicans here at home and abroad to write down their goals, open a JN Bank account, and set aside a certain amount each month towards consistently saving towards these goals.
Are there other activities that you have sort of built around the Save So You Can saving campaign?
Yes, there are. So the campaign needs to help Jamaicans recognize the value of savings and support them in developing useful skills to better manage their finances. The campaign will seek to provide several different workshops, and persons can learn more about these workshops on our social media pages. You can always visit our social media pages and join by using the handle JN on any of the social media platforms. There'll also be tips and other exciting tools, such as our savings calculator, that can help members to get a better, clearer picture of their savings goals as they move towards achieving the dreams that they set for themselves.
Mm-hmm. And I hear you have what is called a savings hub.
Yes. So I just mentioned the savings calculator, and that is where you'll find our savings calculator on our savings hub. The JN Bank has a savings hub that is a collection of information that can help persons to better navigate the savings journey. There are tools, there are tips, there are articles, and other resources for persons to have at their disposal. And this can be found on our website, and you can visit that at www.jnbank.com/savings-hub/. And you can get a wealth of information there. Again, you can find out about the savings calculator, and that is one of those useful tools that can help persons to better navigate their financial journey. If it is that you have a long-term goal, you can use it to learn more about how to manage that. What are the interest rates on various products based on your savings habits and so forth. So visit the page, learn more, and that's a useful tool that I believe can help the person.
And for those who are excited and you have piqued their interest, and they want to know now, all right, what do I do? How can persons sign up for the Double Up Your Savings promotion?
All right, so we'll have several options for persons to consider if it is that they're interested. And we know that many persons by hearing this will be interested in this initiative. So persons, one, can visit any of our 34 locations island-wide to get started, or visit the online platform to learn more about the promotion before you actually move ahead. You can also consider our QRIDE system, and that is an online portal that we've developed to help persons to set appointments, come in, get your transactions done quickly and easily and seamlessly. We also are catering to businesses on request. So we can have our workplace banking team come in and engage with your staff to get accounts open if it is that's your desire. And also, for persons who are interested in a callback, you can also visit the website, and there is an option for you to pretty much input your details and get information, or have somebody contact you for more details.
And you're not done yet. There's more, I'm sure.
We're not done yet. We're not done yet. So apart from the double up your savings, which is a more consistent based savings initiative that we've developed, we've also looked at what other ways people can save. And this, we've come up with the Amazing Gain promotion. What this is a fixed savings promotion that we have running until the end of this year, where persons can save a minimum of 25,000 Jamaican dollars or 1,000 US. And you can just set that and get it, and you can achieve or receive amazing gains on that. To get more information about that one, you can definitely also visit our website, and we'll have a wealth of information that you can use to get further in your savings planning with this particular
And just before we wrap, for those who perhaps are just joining us, you're listening to Davell Thompson, Senior Brand Specialist at the JN Group, and he has been sharing with us this very exciting and engaging double up your savings promotion. And it seems as if the interest is wide and varied, and there is uptake and an uptick in the uptake as well, I'm sure.
There is. And we definitely want to encourage more persons to find value in saving. And that's part of why we moved into launching this particular initiative, because we know that persons have dreams. And one of the major ways that we believe that persons can achieve these dreams is through having a plan and also setting aside funds consistently to ensure that those dreams can be realized. So for us at Jane, we believe in helping persons to find a way. And Jane Bank creates solutions to help them achieve these goals. From cradle to enjoying the best years of young life, we offer short and long-term savings solutions to develop persons' dreams and help them to meet their needs and boost their financial income. We aim to be their partner at every stage of their financial journey, and we encourage them to continue to save so they can find a way to their financial success.
That is indeed very, very encouraging. I have to ask you though, for those, because we obviously have listeners at home and abroad tuned in right now. Is this promotion only for your
residents?
Yes.
So it is not. The homes are domiciled in Jamaica, but persons from outside in the diaspora can also engage. And as mentioned, we have several channels on our website that you can also request a callback or choose to learn more about the offers that have been mentioned. And you can also participate. And as I said, not even to oversell it, but really and truly, the gains are really great on both options. So we are encouraging persons to learn more, get as much details as you can, call in, find out more about the promotion and other special offers, and you will definitely not be disappointed.
Absolutely not. So we want to encourage all listening, and you have to. Let me ask another question. It is necessary to open an account, correct? For the promotion.
That's the first criteria to open an account and to save consistently. Those two things walk hand in hand. So if you start, you have to continue, because that's what we're trying to encourage. We're trying to change the behavior system so that persons see the value of consistent saving, so they can then qualify for the particular quarterly draws that we have set out in the promotion.
And in general terms, do you get a sense that, or can you detect, or is it too early to tell what the general feedback has been like, the general response so far?
Well, so far it has been positive. We have received a lot of engagement on our social media pages. We've also been getting a lot of requests for callback. So persons are interested, and this is what we want to encourage more people to do, because we believe that persons, as I said before, can benefit from what this promotion is offering. And also just generally, we want to shift the mindset of persons to see more value in saving, and also recognize how savings can channel them into becoming the person that they see themselves be.
Absolutely. Look, it's great to talk with you. Your energy is quite infectious. That's a
Thank you
good
so
thing.
much. Thank you.
Well, well done to you and the team, and we want to encourage all of us to get on board the Double Up Your Savings promotion and see the benefits.
There
And
we go.
you
There we
might
go.
very well be one of the 5 lucky winners selected.
And it's not just 5. We want to make sure that it's not just 5. It's 5 quarterly. So there'll be 20 winners span across the full year. So if you don't win in the first quarter, don't give up. You have a chance to win in the second quarter.
Oh
Or
my
you have to win in the
goodness.
third quarter and then in the fourth quarter. So it's really a promotion that keeps giving. And you have an opportunity to definitely take home some money if it is that you consistently save and you are selected in the draw.
It sounds like a plan. We'll work on that.
There we go.
All right. Thank you very much. It's been
All
a
the best, Mr.
pleasure.
Malcolm.
Take
And
care.
thank you so much for having me. And all the best to get done.
It's
To
been a
God.
pleasure. Take care. Davel Thompson, Senior Brand Specialist with JN Group, giving us the details of the JN Bank Double Up Your Savings promotion. There's more after the break.
Healthy habits start with washing your hands several times per day with soap and water. If soap and water are not available, use Benjamin's hand sanitizer and rubbing alcohol. The time by Benjamin's is
16 minutes past 7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 9:16 a.m. in Hamilton, Bermuda.
With over 40 years of record service, Lock Safe and Vault Limited is your trusted security provider. Get affordable prices on a wide variety of seals, garage doors, access control supplies, magnetic lock, fingerprint, weatherproof keypads, card access system, time attendance, power supplies, and exit buttons. Professional services provided. Visit 40 Shortwood Road, Kingston 8. Problem solved with Lock Safe and Vault.
Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go,
Before we bring in our next guest, we want to do what we would normally do earlier in the program, which is to highlight the events, activities, fundraisers in the diaspora to play our part in creating a greater level of awareness and help to generate revenues, funds, fundraising. It's fundraising efforts generally. So that's one of the reasons why we try to highlight these events and activities, just so we can play our part in helping the individuals, institutions, and organizations who are engaged in hosting these events and activities, just so they know they have our support in that regard. All right, so let's quickly go through a couple of, we're starting in Florida. The People Profile Awards happening on the 24th of September. And this will be at the Faith Center, 5555 Northwest 95th Avenue in Sunrise, Florida. Cocktails at 6 p.m., showtime 7. Dress, black tie. VIP 1,000, I beg your pardon, VIP 100 US dollars. Regular rate is 75. And if you don't wish to have cocktail, then it's down to 45. And it will be at the University of Fort Lauderdale. And gentlemen, most of us are familiar with, will be receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's Coach Glenn Mills, OD. So that is coming up on, that's the People Profile Awards on the 24th of September. Old Time Sinting come back again. The Louise Bennett Coverley Heritage Council will present a 2023 edition of their hilarious pantomime production, Old Time Sinting come back again, at the Lauderhill Performing Arts Centre on the 30th of September and the 1st of October. The pantomime will be in remembrance of Miss Lou and Father Easton Lee, under the patronage of Jamaica's Consul General, Oliver Mayer. Let's see. Shacks Hope Foundation presents the 3rd annual Islands of Hope brunch. And this takes place on Sunday, next week, Sunday, the 17th of September, from 11 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon at the exquisite Jacaranda Country Club in Plantation, Florida. As far as the pantomime is concerned, Old Time Sinting come back again. This is being staged. Yes, I think we gave those dates already. The 30th, September the 30th, and October the 1st. And the showtime on the 30th, 7 p.m. and on the 1st of October, 4:30 p.m. at Lauderhill Performing Arts Centre. The Grace Jamaican Jerk Festival marks 21 years of sizzling Caribbean food, music, and culture. And it's coming up on Sunday, the 12th of November, from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. And this will be at the Miramar Regional Park at 16801 Miramar Parkway, Miramar, Florida. And they're anticipating about 10,000 attendees. And it's really a chance to experience the rich tapestry of Caribbean food, music, and culture, an epic and cultural event like no other. Dr. Sue and friends, Louise Bennett Coverley Heritage Council and Island Space present an open mic event, Labrish, in memory of Jamaica's cultural legend Miss Lou Bennett on her birthday. Well, that was the 7th. That was 2 days. That was 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So hope you enjoyed it for those who attended. And then come the 8th of October, Miami Carnival 2023, the parade of bands and concert at Carnival Village South. And let's go through the Whalers Cobo Town Backyard Bash, Saturday the 21st of October, 7 o'clock in the evening. We told you about the Jerk Festival already. So it's the 21st year of the Grace Jamaican Jerk Festival, happening Sunday the 12th of November in Miramar, Florida. That's it for Florida. Let's go now to New York for their events. Quickly, before time runs out, we have another interview lined up coming at 7:30 this morning. So quickly, JAMPRO is promoting Do Business Jamaica, Invest, Export, Connect, Exploring New Horizons Ministerial Mission to New York with Senator the Honorable Aubin Hill, Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce. Jamaica's Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Senator the Honorable Aubin Hill, is gearing up for an exciting ministerial mission to New York. In the latter part of September, the mission promises to open new avenues of collaboration and growth for Jamaican businesses as they seek to expand their footprint in the United States. The mission, being led by Jamaica Promotions Corporation, JAMPRO, aims to connect Jamaican companies with potential clients and partners in the USA, scheduled for September 25th and 26th at the Consulate General of Jamaica. Participating Jamaican businesses across various sectors will be engaged in B2B meetings. Among the sectors represented in this mission are cybersecurity, business process outsourcing, managed IT services, ready-made software products, digital marketing, website development, health and wellness, financial services, food and beverage, cosmetics, e-learning, and training and development. Local businesses urged to tap into Latin American market is another story coming out of the diaspora. And also a picture of officials testing the kiosks at the, I think this is Sangster International Airport. So that's it, a shortened list of events for New York. So let's go to Canada now then and see what we find. The Consulate General of Jamaica in Canada telling us to save the date, the return of the Woolmers Alumni Association of Toronto Walk for Woolmers. Guess when that's happening? Today. Today at 10, this morning at 10 sharp at Sunnybrook Park, Picnic Area 7, 1132 Leslie Street in Toronto, Ontario. So Woolmerians, especially those of you in Canada, in the Greater Toronto area, and even elsewhere, it's that time of year again for the return of the Woolmers Alumni Association of Toronto Walk for Woolmers. This morning at 10, that's 9 o'clock Jamaica time, 10 o'clock Toronto time. So they're starting at 10 o'clock sharp Toronto time, 9 o'clock Jamaica time, and it will be at Sunnybrook Park, Picnic Area 7, 1132 Leslie Street in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And then there's the 39th Annual Scholarship and Recognition Awards, scheduled for next Saturday, the 16th of September, from 6 p.m. to midnight, Loafers Lake Recreation Center Auditorium, 30 Loafers Lake Lane, Brampton, Ontario. Keynote speaker, Dr. Rhonda McEwen, President and Vice Chancellor, Victoria University in the University of Toronto. MC Charles Matthews Jr. of CMJ Entertainment. In-person presentation, 6 to 6:30 p.m. Reception, social. 6:30 to 8 p.m. dinner, 8 to 10 p.m. keynote address and awards presentations. 10 p.m. to midnight after party. Tickets, general admission, 90 Canadian dollars, seniors 70, students 60, table of 8, 700. That's United Achievers Club, Achieving Together, based in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. Do we have time for one more or two more? Kingston College Old Boys Association Toronto chapter presenting Fortis 5K Walk, Run, Ride, Pledge 2023. Scheduled for next week, Saturday, the 16th of September at Chingwakauzi Park, Brampton. This one must have been established by the Amerindians, eh? Chingwakauzi, Chinguacousy. Chingwakauzi Park in Brampton. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. registration. Walk, run, ride, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Free barbecue, 12 noon to 4 in the afternoon. And you can go to kcobatoronto.com. kcobatoronto.com for more information. And do we have time for one more quickly? The Jamaican Canadian Association hosting the Caribbean Canadian Seniors Brunch Sunday, next Sunday, the 17th of September. Doors open at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Brunch from 2 to 5. Adults, $40. Children under 12, $25. Sponsor a senior, $40. We leave it there for now, except to say save the date, September 23rd, 2023, the Regional Jamaica Diaspora Conference, Canada. Get ready for that. Let's take the break and come back with more here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now.
It's coming up to 7:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 4:30 a.m. in Anchorage, Alaska.
Your favorite nighttime talk show, Dear Pastor, is now at a new time, 9 to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday. Join Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas as he answers your questions and entertains conversations on a range of issues. Spice up your evening with Dear Pastor here on Power 106 FM, Monday to Thursday from 9 to 11 p.m. It's nighttime talk radio at its best at an earlier time. That's Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas, now at a new time, 9 to 11 p.m., right here on Power 106 FM.
Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, you need to know. Shine. Anything you want to be. You give me.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and in just a moment, we're going to say hello, good morning, and welcome to Ren Mendez. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Sir D. Pleasure to speak with you again.
Good to talk with you. Same here. And we thank you very much for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM as we continue to stream live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And we are going to bring in Ren in just a moment. Ren Mendez. And let's see. Right. And Ren, are you there?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you're going to be joined by Shama Dickens as well?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. All right. So let's make sure we can hear both of you as we connect. All right. So let's start with you, first of all, Ren. Thank you very much for joining us. We are happy to be back in touch with you. Not that we lost contact, but we hadn't spoken with you in a while. And so we are anxious to get back on board and learn of the work that you're doing. Can you first of all share with our listeners the name and purpose of your organization?
Oh, absolutely. It's the Brandon Hill Alumni Association, Toronto. And it's Brandon Hill in Northern Clarendon, Sir D. I need to look it up.
Yes.
And we've been in existence now. I'm the founder president we're under the umbrella of the AJAA, which is Alliance of Jamaican Alumni Association. There are approximately 40 schools that's under that umbrella here in Toronto, Health in Jamaica. And we've been in existence now about 15, 17 years. And
I didn't realize it was that long. Jeez. Whoa.
Oh, yes, we've been in touch a long time, Dervan. Time goes quickly when we're having fun.
Yes, indeed. All right. Stick a pin there, as my late mother would say. Let's hear now Shama Dickens. Oh, not in. Okay, just a moment. Shama will join us, but perhaps you could start off by, in terms of bridging the two, by giving us an idea of how, the nature and extent of the partnership with Shama Dickens.
Yes. Well, it's a funny thing how it happened. I had a visitor from the UK who needed to meet up with a cousin of hers, and so happened that the cousin was working here in Whitley, where I reside, as you know. And I took her to meet this person, and then, like-minded people sharing information, and then we realized that they're doing similar things to Lift Jamaica, and the rest is history. We got connected with Shama, and she will elaborate on some wonderful things she's doing.
Absolutely. Sorry, go ahead.
That's how we got connected. So I would like to. Is she on board?
Yeah, she's on now. She's on now.
So I'm going to give her the opportunity to say what she has to say. I know we get a mention almost every week on your readout, but I would like to touch on another fundraising we're doing at the end of the interview, if time permits.
Sure, absolutely. Right. So Shama Dickens, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Mr. Malcolm. I'm fine. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on board. And your organization is called Bridgeview Foundation?
Yes, Bridgeview Foundation, Inc.
Tell us about it, please, in terms of the nature and extent of the work of the organization.
Bridgeview Foundation, Inc. is a non-profit organization based in New Jersey. We're all about bringing meaningful change. We aim to bridge the gap between children and parents in the community through educational assistance, recreational activity, and community development. Educational assistance include back-to-school events, roundabout, mechanical book. We also engage in community development projects like go-to-wearing and operating a homework center in the community. And thanks to Flow Foundation, who came on board and provided us with the internet, and UTech Community Service Department to help us on the ground.
And how has it been so far for you as an organization to garner the resources necessary for you to then extend your generosity to those in need?
Well, so far it's a tell a friend, a family, tell a friend. We've never engaged in a huge fundraising event. It's just something personal. But so far we have dedicated supporters who are willing to help us achieve the goal.
And how do you determine who to help and what initiative to support?
Well, we started out by just doing it for the community, but in the spirit of spreading love, adjoining communities with children will come to the event. I'm from Maryland District in St. Andrew, so we'll have children coming down from Woodford, Irish Town, Gordon Town, and we don't turn away anybody. You just come to the event. It's a back-to-school event. It's a first-come, first-served basis, and we distribute the supplies according to what we have.
And so have you done that distribution already, or that is to come?
Well, our most recent event took place on Sunday, August 13th, and I can say it was a success. We distributed over 330 school bags.
Whoa.
We have a scholarship valued at $200,000 for 5 years to the highest PEP exam result students in the community. We have an essay competition where each essay we select 7 winners, and each winner receive a Chromebook, backpack with supplies, and other items.
My goodness, your generosity knows no bounds.
We're trying just to help develop the community because, as they would say, they take us from Jamaica, but you can't take the Jamaican out of us.
Very well put. Very well put. All right, let's pause there for a moment, Shama Dickens. Let's bring back into the conversation Ren Mendez of Brandon Hill Alumni Association. And that's Brandon Hill in Clarendon, Jamaica. So Ren, how we haven't spoken in a while with respect to the work of your association. Can you give us a summary of how things have been going on your end as far as the Brandon Hill Alumni Association in Clarendon is concerned?
Yes, absolutely. For right now, as you mentioned on our flyer, we have a fundraising coming up at the end of the month, the 30th of this month. It's always the last Saturday in September. And with that one, aside from the ongoing support of a couple of our students at the Clarendon College and supporting the schools and supporting this, I say schools because we also support the Evelyn Mitchell Infant School as well as Brandon Hill School. So I am hoping to do a kitchen renovation at the school, and I'm currently in touch with the National Education Trust and a number of other parties in Jamaica, trying to get that on board. Unfortunately, it's been quite a challenge trying to get some movements in Jamaica, but we're still persisting. So that's going to be our next big fundraiser, and that's currently about 70,000 Canadian dollars. And anyone, you can do the math, Mr. Malcolm, for the making amount.
Yeah, that is very, very, very impressive.
Yeah,
very impressive. So now, in terms of both your organizations, putting you together now, in terms of working together, is it that you well, it sounds based on what I've heard so far that you just, I don't want to say in Jamaican parlance that you buck up, but you just buck up one another. But but in terms of coming together, that's recent, relatively recent in terms of when you got together. Is it that you are already sort of forecasting where you want to get to working together, or you just continue working separately when you have to and collaboratively if you need to?
I think it's the latter. And you know, as I mentioned, all the people on this platform, all your listeners, and including myself, we are like-minded people. So whenever the opportunity presents itself for us to work together, I think we should grab it, and this is one of them. And as you know, one of our biggest problems is getting our people to work together. That's been my experience. And so when this opportunity came along, Shamar had not heard of 106 and your program, what you were doing. So it was a pleasure to introduce her to the platform. And, you know, we're hoping that this union will grow and be successful for both us and Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Right. So
I'll let her you know, touch on the initiative that we really want to push forward today.
Sure, go right ahead, please.
Yes, I'm not sure if Mr. Mendez told you how we have met. I've met Mr. Mendes through a gentleman that's Martin Taylor, who migrated from the community. Who is a strong supporter for back to school events. And for this year, we have something unique going on because we were able to help two different schools establish their resource center. That's Woodford School, which was founded in 1834, and Grove School, which was established in 1929. Both schools are now primary and infant schools. To accomplish the resource center, we collaborated with Food for the Poor Jamaica, Love and Power Ministries Deliverance Center, Jam Delivery, and Book Smile, one of America's largest book banks for children books. Book Smiles believe that every child should have their own library, and they're eager to work with us again to provide more assistance to Jamaican schools.
Hold it right there. Let's just take a break and come back with more in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means, let's see, it is now 5:45 a.m. in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Here is a financial literacy tip from your friends at Power 106 FM. Educate yourself. Take charge of your financial future and read a few basic books on personal finance. It is helpful to develop a basic investment vocabulary. It's also important to understand some basic investment principles such as risk and reward and asset allocation. Once armed with knowledge, don't let anyone take you off track. Whether a significant other who encourages you to waste money or friends who plan expensive trips and events you can't afford. Research professionals like financial planners, mortgage lenders, or accountants before utilizing their services. Wherever you go, shine. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine. You need to know. Shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We've been speaking about the collaborative work and the general outreach efforts of two organizations. There is the Brandon Hill Alumni Association in Clarendon, Jamaica, and this organization is led by founder president Ren Mendez, and we've also been featuring the work of Bridgeview Foundation Inc., operated by Shama Dickens, and we've been learning more about that organization and Shama Dickens herself. In fact, going to the break, I think you were referencing, you talked about the library. Just trying to remember.
Yes, we were able to help two schools, Woodford School, which was founded in 1834, and Grove School, which was established in 1929. Both schools are now primary and infant schools. We were able to help them to accomplish the resource center with collaboration from Food for the Poor Jamaica, Love and Power Ministries Deliverance Center, Jam Delivery, and Book Smiles. Book Smile is one of the largest book banks for children books. Book Smile believe that every child should have their own library. They're eager to work with us again to provide more assistance to Jamaican schools.
Brilliant. We're delighted to know, which means you are likely to share some of the love, so to speak, with other institutions.
Well, presently, we have our main partner on the ground, and our partner under our partner umbrella, they are basically in charge of 300 schools. Forgive my math if I'm not correct.
300 schools in Jamaica alone?
Yes, that's Food for the Poor Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah, either directly involve or help refurbish those schools, and they also take care of a lot of children home.
But as you mentioned, that is very timely. Hold the line, don't move, don't go anywhere, because I was going through the Gleaner this morning and came upon a story. Here we go. A story on page A2 of today's Gleaner. And there is a picture, front page of the Gleaner: falling apart. Leaking roofs disrupt classes at Chetwood Primary. Principal says working conditions also driving teacher migration. And there's a picture of the grade 6 teacher, Cadesia Hines Vernon, squeezing a mop as dry as she can, while the students are looking on there. There's a bath pan of sorts in which the teacher is squeezing the water from the mop. And there's another picture of children looking at a couple of vessels, a basin and a bucket and so on. So I don't know, I'm just saying, it would be nice if you could, don't want to lay hands on you suddenly, so to speak, but it wouldn't hurt to perhaps make contact with a school such as this, depending on your situation.
Well, we're a small organization, and we know I'm not a representative for Food for the Poor, but I know Food for the Poor from time to time has always rallied to the cry of the Jamaican people. So I know if one of their executives, their corresponding officers saw that thing in the paper, I know that they'll run to their rescue. But we are a small organization, and we wouldn't want to venture too much in taking on too much big project. But we know that they're capable people on the ground. And I know that school will get some help as soon as possible.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much for that. And so now to you now, Ren Mendez, tell us about your project.
Yeah, I don't think Shama has really touched on the needs for this interview, and that is we have access to a large supply of children's books for the primary and the infant level.
Yes.
And those books are located in New Jersey, and we need to get those books down to Florida, Coconut Creek. So I'll let her just touch on that, because that's really the main reason for the interview.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr.
Those books there, and she will elaborate on that.
Okay, by all means, please go ahead, Shama.
Thank you, Mr. Mendez, for that. I was waiting on the opportunity. Okay, well, Book Smiles is willing to facilitate us and give us at least 12 pallets of gently used children's books. So what we are seeking this morning is for those like-minded people in the diaspora to join with us, to help us to get a truck to transport those books from Booksmile in New Jersey down to Coconut Creek.
It's I wonder if Albert is listening. One of our regular listeners, Albert, lives in Coconut Creek, Florida. Mind you, he's not 100% right now, just convalescing, recovering from an ailment. But I'm sure he could perhaps direct our attention to someone or some organization that would be able to transport those books. I hope he's listening. I think we should have a number for him somewhere here. Albert Lewis in Coconut Creek, Florida. So I'm making a note of that, so we could make contact with Albert Lewis in Coconut Creek. Funny you should mention Coconut Creek, because we mention that place name virtually every day that we're on air, because Albert is one of our regular listeners.
So, I no longer believe in coincidence tonight. Divine.
Absolutely, you're spot on. Right. So we're gonna follow up with Albert on this and get back to you As
And
yes,
if I may,
sure.
we are a registered 501c3. If Mr. Albert is not available, which I hope he take up the offer for us to work together to improve literacy amongst the youngsters in Jamaica. If he's not available, those who contribute to our organization can always get a tax receipt to claim back if they want to make a donation for us to actually get a truck to move the books.
All right. So the truck would have to start from, give us a location.
Well, it's in Pennsauken, New Jersey.
Hold on. Penn, this P-E-N.
Pennsauken,
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey. That's about maybe 15 minutes.
Hold on. It just got better for you because Dr. Trevor Dixon, emergency medicine physician and founder of Jaja Foundation, Jamaicans Abroad Helping Jamaicans at Home, he is based in New Jersey.
Wow.
So, and in fact, I think I saw a message from him this morning, I think saying hi or something like that. So, we're on to something here. I think you should be fine. You will be fine.
Sounds great.
Yes.
And Mr. Malcolm, not to get too overexcited, but this can be a steady flow of books coming to Jamaica.
No, that would be great. That would definitely be great. Looking forward to that. Well, we have some work to do right away. I just want to check here because I'm sure I saw Dr. Dixon popping up. Yes, he said this morning, he said, greetings to the listeners of Power 106 and the Jamaican Diaspora family. I'm listening from Morristown, New Jersey, where it is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Good.
I'm not far away from Morristown.
Well, look at that. Oh, my goodness. All right, maybe we should. Let's see if we can call Dr. Trevor Dixon. Don't know if he's gone into surgery or anything like that because he's a doctor, always on call. But he had time to message us this morning, so he might still be free. So let's see if we can bring up his details here. So, right, so we're sending the number to the program assistant on duty. So it's Dr. Dixon. So we can lay hands on him anytime. So let's see. All right, we're trying to connect with Dr. Dixon. We want to do this right away to see to get this relationship going between the Brandon Hill Alumni Association, Clarendon, and the Bridgeview Foundation, Inc., INC, Incorporated. All right, so we're just trying, since we're here at this point, just trying to see if we can connect with Dr. Dixon and Mr. Lewis. In fact, let's see. So we're going to share this contact now. So we have both Dr. Dixon and Albert Lewis in terms of their details, their contact details. Just wanted to bring the two together on air, and you couldn't plan this, could you? No, it's divinely ordained, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, program assistant working the phone next door. So bear with us. But in the meantime, the idea. Sorry, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, since we're new to the program, for those who want to check us out, they can visit us on bridgeviewfoundation.org to see some of our highlights throughout the years, or visit our Facebook page at Bridgeview Foundation Inc. And for those who want to call, 856-250-6260.
Right. I think we're here. It says Bridgeview Foundation Inc. And there's a heading that says Get Involved Today. And looks like there's a news clip there from Primetime News.
And we were fortunate.
Yeah.
We opened up our homework center to be featured by a ray of hope.
Oh.
Because during the pandemic, if we're totaling it together, we issue almost 1,000 tablets, over 20 Chromebooks. We do a lot of work.
Clearly you do. Hold it right there. We need to take a break. Guess who we have online? Dr. Trevor Dixon is online. We're going to bring him in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 10:30 p.m. in Adelaide, Australia.
There's a retirement crisis in Jamaica, with only approximately 10% of the working population saving towards retirement. Many people do not participate in a formal pension plan, such as contract workers and the self-employed, and some are not eligible for a government pension. Every member of the workforce has the opportunity to participate in a pension plan and secure a monthly income for their retirement. Join Real Business every Monday at 9:30 a.m. for an informative discussion with Peter Rose Hall, Managing Director of BPM Financial, discussing the importance of retirement planning and the solutions to move Jamaica out of this crisis. Retirement Wealth Creation is brought to you by BPM Financial Limited, taking you higher. Wherever you go,
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're happy to bring together two Jamaican organizations of international repute, Brandon Hill Alumni Association, Clarendon, Jamaica, which has as its founder and president Ren Mendez, and we also have online Shama Dickens of the Bridgeview Foundation. You can Google them, Bridgeview Foundation Inc. Bridgeview, Albert Lewis in Coconut Creek, Florida, and Dr. Trevor Dixon in New Jersey. And so we're trying to bring the two together now to see if they can collaborate in getting these books flowing, because it doesn't sound as if it's going to be a one-off situation, but that it will continue over time. And we need to encourage more of our children to read and excite them when it comes on to reading. So the Bridgeview Foundation, Inc. is a 501c3 nonprofit organization born out of a desire to assist children in our community in reaching their full potential, improve family life, and uplift the community. And they go on to say, we wholeheartedly believe in family, and that's family as an acronym or acrostic. Families assisting, motivating, and impacting lives yearly. Family. Right. So let's welcome family. All right. So Dr. Trevor Dixon, good morning. How are you?
Thank you. And good morning to the listeners of Jamaican Diaspora program on Power 106. Thanks for having me on. I'm not sure.
Sorry, we're laying. Yes, we're laying hands on you suddenly. We thank Ren Mendez in the first instance for reaching out to us. Ren Mendez of the Brandon Hill Alumni Association, Clarendon, Jamaica. He's the founder and president of the organization. And he brought to our attention another Jamaican, Shama Dickens, who operates the Bridgeview Foundation Incorporated. And we learned that they're trying, I mean, they've done quite a bit of work already, but now they're trying to transport some books. They have a whole lot of books that they would like to.
There's an organization that we're all familiar with, and they are able to ship things at minimal, if any, cost out of Florida, called Food for the Poor. But we were having challenges in getting stuff from New Jersey to Florida because that's quite a distance, as you know.
Yes.
It was actually cheaper because we couldn't find a shipper that would take it from New Jersey to Florida to take advantage of this free shipping. We had to choose a company in New Jersey who had nominal fees for shipping to Jamaica. The prices were rather reasonable compared to other shippers, and there was Trans-Carib shipping out of East Orange, New Jersey. They shipped directly to Jamaica, so that was more feasible for us to do instead of trying to find shipments from New Jersey to Florida. Of course, trucking has become so expensive that as a consistent method of shipping, it was more feasible for us to have a direct shipment to Jamaica from New Jersey, because as you know, New Jersey and New York ports, they ship quite frequently to Jamaica, so that was more feasible for us.
Oh, I see. And even now, you think it would still be feasible?
Yes, with the price of gas and with the current inflation status that we're in right now, I'm sure many prices have even doubled since this post-pandemic era. Prices have gone up 20%, sometimes 50% in some regions in certain services. I'm not sure what the shipping.
Yes. So we hear that we have Albert online as well. Albert Lewis. Good morning, Mr. Lewis. How are you?
Morning, Mr. Malcolm. How are you, sir?
Fine, thanks. Just thought we'd bring you in because there's a shipment of books needed to be moved from Pensacola, New Jersey, to Coconut Creek, Florida, and you know we had to call you because you're the Coconut Creek man.
In New Jersey, he's located. That's not like it's more southern or central New Jersey. Am I correct?
Oh, you mean that's for Shama, female?
Yes.
Yes. Shama Dickens.
Yes, Pensacola is South Jersey.
South Jersey.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other information we need to exchange, and we can exchange on air?
Well, you can give them my information, Dervan. You have access to it. You can give it to them offline. But my number is public anyway, 917-531-3699. That's 917-531-3699. And she can certainly give it
917.
All right, I think Shama is about to give her number, but go ahead with your number then first, Dr. Dixon.
917-531-3699.
917-56. I'm not hearing you so clearly.
Oh, we're hearing you clearly though.
Yeah, 917-531-3699.
917-531-36.
Good.
It's very low. It's very low. So.
As well, you know, yes.
Right.
I think I heard it takes a village.
Yes. So that's much better now. All right. So we
most definitely, if we can come together and make this happen for the kids, because can I tell you, those two schools was the board chair, the principal, everybody was excited to receive the books that we take down for August to open up the resource center. These schools never had a library setting before. Also with the books, we gave them desktops, sanitizing station, and a lot of other little equipment to bring the space alive for the kids. And we're happy that this connection is making this morning so that we can make a difference in the Jamaican children's lives.
And these two schools, once again, one is was established in 1834 and the other in 1929.
Yes, that's for Woodford. And I know, Mr. Malcolm, you love history.
I do, yes.
One of the board chair from Woodford sent me a document, and the document headline is one of Jamaica's first.
Keep in touch. I'll do my best to be that central source, just to make sure we are all on the same page, and then we take it from there. But for now, thank you all so much for the effort that you've put in and the work that is to come as you play your part. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Ren, you've got in exactly what you wanted to, right? Ren Mendez?
Can you hear me?
Hearing you now, yes.
I just wanted to touch on another one of our fundraising initiatives, Dervan.
Sure, go ahead.
This is a biannual cruise that we put on, and the next one is going to be in May of next year, but we're currently doing bookings. And this one will be going into Barcelona, and we'll be then going to France and about 3 stops in Italy and back to Barcelona. And we're inviting anyone who's willing to come on board to join us. But do get in touch with me because the U.S. currency and the British currency, we have people from those places who are joining us on that cruise. It will be on Oasis of the Sea, a huge mega ship. And we would like you to book with our agent here for the cruise part of it. And then the flights and stuff you can do in respective countries, because your exchange rate is better, so you get it at half price or 2/3 of the price for what we're paying. So that's happening in May of next year, but we're currently doing the bookings now. And I do have in conversation with Shama, we were talking about, the unions and how we're trying to help each other. And I coined a little phrase that I would like to share with everyone, and that's all the like-minded people on this platform. We are the wind beneath the wings of Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Well said. Well said. All right. So
that covers up, concludes that. I conclude with that.
Absolutely. Well said. Let's keep in touch, and we'll obviously do some follow-up interviews as well to keep the fundraiser front and center. But for now, we're over time by a minute.
The time is now
17 minutes past 8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 10:17 p.m. in Tokyo, Japan.
If you know one pop down and think if you brush my seat and run the dengue, so no make water circle in open container. For them to read up under the danger. Usher them out, run them away, tap them with the zapper and dust them with spray. Use my
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Your favorite nighttime talk show, Dear Pastor, is now at a new time, 9 to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday. Join Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas as he answers your questions and entertains conversations on a range of issues. Spice up your evening with Dear Pastor here on Power 106 FM, Monday to Thursday from 9 to 11 p.m. It's nighttime talk radio at its best at an earlier time. That's Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas, now at a new time, 9 to 11 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Wherever you go, shine. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Edward Boucher Jr. greeting Lorna Shelton Beck in French, bonjour, which means hello or good day. Welcome, Lorna Shelton Beck. Mikey Jarrett says, happy Sabbath, my brother, Dervan Malcolm from Brooklyn, New York. Blessings. Thank you very much, Mikey Jarrett. Adoma Patterson, immediate past president of the Jamaican Canadian Association, has also joined us. She says, good morning, Dervan and listeners. Wishing you a wonderful day. Same to you, Adoma Patterson. And there is a moving now from a Patterson to a Peterson. Gaveth Peterson saying, good morning, Dervan, from the Garden State. Can I remember which state that is again? Garden State, the Garden State. It's not New Jersey, is it? Somebody will tell me in a little while. Which state in the US is known as the Garden State? And Nicola in Central Jamaica says, good morning, Ambassador Malcolm. You're very kind, Nicola. Thank you. And Norman Hines in St. Thomas says, good morning, Mr. Dervan Malcolm and listeners all over the Jamaican diaspora. Thank you very much. Pleasure to have you on board. It is time now for us to connect with the diaspora. It's time for us to get an update from the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, Southern USA. And we are going to be speaking with Community Engagement Advisor, Nordia Teep. Good morning, Nordia Teep. How are you?
Well, good morning. I can't get all them things together like you, know. Oh, God.
Good to have you on board. Always good to feel your energy.
Yes, and it's always good to be here.
Wonderful. So tell us about the position of Community Engagement Advisor. Is that only for the Southern United States or just the world?
That's a good question. I think it's the latter. It states clearly that the Southern, but it is really a position that's for the globe, really. When you think of what we do.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You are so right.
Yes.
Right. So your duties now, you're not doing anything new, is it? You're doing what you have always done, engage the community.
Right. By the way, I think New Jersey is what the Garden State.
Yes, I thought about it, but I just wanted to make sure I get it right. So Dr. Trevor Dixon confirms that as well, that it is New Jersey. Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. So talk to us about your community engagement so far, considering that your appointment is relatively fresh, isn't it?
Relatively fresh. But we are as a community engagement advisor, Dervan, we're really positioned for the Southern, as I said, globally, to be one of the primary points of contact and bridge between the global diaspora, those in the Southern region, and connecting and bridging, becoming a bridge between the global diaspora and Jamaica, and by extension the region. You know, the model is the concept is a collaborative one, where we engage the community, you know, and unite those expertise and competence to provide a one-stop shop solution for all the needs that we encounter. Right? So the aim is to have a form of connection among our people and friends of our people, right? That we achieve a culture like the Chinese and the Jews, you know, to connect them back to home and the opportunities that are here.
Yes. And how ripe is whether the Southern U.S. or the diaspora generally for the picking as far as community engagement is concerned?
Oh my God. Every time I think of, I tell people that I'm more Jamaican outside of Jamaica than I am in Jamaica. Jamaica is, as you know, it's a brand, but it's more than a brand for me, it's an energy. Dervan, you know what you encounter when you step outside of Jamaica and feel your Jamaican people. There are persons who were not even born in Jamaica. Their parents are the ones who were born in Jamaica, and their pastor hardcore than me. They know more about the country than me in terms of the history of the country, the beauty of the country. And so in terms of the community, the opportunity to engage them, it's right. It's right and ready for the picking. And I'm excited about it.
Yes. And how do you relate to supporting organizations and even part of the Jamaica Diaspora Council? What's that relationship like in terms of making for a smooth a smooth and seamless connection from one individual, institution, organization to another?
So I'm happy you asked that question because I think people want to make it clear that integrated diaspora services is not in position to replace any entity to remove, replace or compete or anything like that. We are in position to partner and support the vision of each entity in Jamaica. For example, PICA, Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, big up to Mr. Winter and the team in Jamaica who are working assiduously to ensure that the processes are seamless, implementing more, technical means of improving their offerings to the wider community outside of Jamaica. The tax administration department that deals with the tax registration numbers, the land and title agency, so many of them registry. The Registrar General's office in Jamaica, Lady Shelley Big Up from Companies Office of Jamaica, they're all working assiduously to ensure that the processes are seamless. Our duty, right? Just again, let me point out it's Global Jamaica Diaspora Council that are placed in each territory to ensure that the needs of the diaspora are heard and the system in Jamaica are aligned to those needs. So too, the missions across the globe. Now, we are not here to reinvent the wheel. We are here to support those visions with all our hearts and to facilitate them as much as possible. We're like the salt in the meat that adds all the flavor together to ensure that it is seamless, it flows seamlessly, and people are educated. Because sometimes the flows are not seamless because people are not educated properly on the processes.
Yes.
So we work closely with the organizations in Jamaica, and we really, really, really want to work even more closer with them as we engage diaspora, hear the news directly, and come back home, sit with our leader, the leadership of these entities, that we can improve the processes. The systems are okay. They're there. They're some of the best in the world. And we want our people to utilize them and improve their lives and by extension, improve the economy of our country.
And how have things been on the ground, so to speak, in terms of making things happen, in terms of avoiding or minimizing instances of delays and so on? Because there's a feeling that our pace in Jamaica is much different from the pace of those in America and elsewhere, for example, where things tend to move faster as opposed to our laid-back approach in Jamaica. I'm just wondering the extent to which certain cultural practices might be taking away from the potential growth of our economy by virtue of our exporting our products, etc.
And you're completely correct. I think one of the challenges and difficulties is understanding the culture of the diaspora. So for me, it has been unlearning and relearning and learning of how it is the dynamics within which the diaspora live, they work, they operate, how they do business. what do their needs look like, and what does it look like when you provide a solution for them. So if you live, for example, in Jamaica for many years and you've never lived in the UK, and you're serving a British person, it may be difficult, you know, or people, which this is where it should be, but our people require that in terms of being detailed, being thorough, is something I have learned that the diaspora actually appreciates. And even on my team, a lot of things came as a culture shock because we were used to operating a certain way and nobody said anything about it. You know, there are no, sometimes you submit something for that says 3 days and it comes back in 2 weeks. The issue is not that it comes back in 2 weeks, but the issue is there are no follow-up. There's nobody to call and say, you know, Mr. Malcolm, we do apologize. We know the time has passed.
Sorry, pick up on that point of customer service in just a moment, please.
Help us protect Jamaica's borders. Tell us about any illegal guns coming through customs-controlled areas. Call Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
8:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 1:30 p.m. in Bamako, Mali.
Join us every Sunday for Indian Talent on Parade with Dr. Winston Dolan from 5 to 6 p.m. Listen and learn all you need to know about the Indian community, culture, and music. That's Indian Talent on Parade with Dr. Winston Dolan, 5 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, right here on Power 106 FM and the Power 106 FM app.
Wherever you go, shine. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We're into an extended edition of our Global Jamaica Diaspora Council Southern USA series, focusing this week on community engagement. And who better to share with us than community engagement advisor Nordia Teep, as she continues to do her duties under the umbrella of the Jamaica Diaspora Council. And so Nordia has been giving us some insights and sharing useful information with us. And we were on the subject of customer service going to the break about being able to backpedal. You know, if something is not working out, you need to fix it, etc. Along those lines, I think that's where we left it just before the break. Yes.
So Dervan, nothing is our systems in Jamaica are actually some of the best in the region, and competitive and quite competitive, I would say, globally. But I believe what the issue is sometimes customer service requires you going beyond the call of duty. It is going beyond you sometimes and thinking outside the box and doing more and adding more value.
In fact, as I always say, why is the box there? Why do we need a box?
Yeah, why do you need a box? Tear down the box. And I haven't lived my life. I'm a living testimony of what it is not to limit yourself because the company says you work from. And I'm not telling anybody to work beyond 4 o'clock. Or beyond 5 o'clock, or answer your phone on the weekend, or if you're going on a lunch break, everybody needs to eat properly and all of that. But I can tell you, Dervan, there's a ripple effect when you give more in value than that which you receive. I can tell you, your future will be bright, and there's a blessing stored up even for your generation. And I think we need to be more selfless to put ourselves in position of the person who we are serving, both locally and overseas. So put yourself in position of what you go through when you call and you don't get an answer when you have an emergency, and you're calling from Europe and you're 6 or 7 hours away. You know, what happens when you live in a state that there may not be a lot of notaries? What happens when you live somewhere and your bed? We had a case the other way where the person wants to sign a document to submit to, I think it was NHP, but she's bedridden, she can't move.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how do we empathize and sympathize with our clients who live overseas, who want to give more back to Jamaica, who want to contribute, who want to feel a part of this country and be an authentic Jamaican, whether you live in Miami or you live in Timbuktu.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we have to revisit each of us as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as a staff, as an employee. What more can I do to improve the experience of my clients, or of our clients, that will by extension not just be a blessing to the company, but to my country, Jamaica? So I'm not going to be one of those persons, Dervan, who, and I'm encouraging us not to be one of those who stand on the sidelines and cuss out everything, and cuss everybody.
I have to tell you, as you said that, while I was in the UK, remember what you're going to say.
Yes.
While I was in the, well, we were there. Yeah, you were there too. While we were in the UK, I noticed something under the tent where we were sitting. There was an area from which the Jamaica's High Commissioner and team sat. And they were fielding questions from members of the diaspora.
Right.
And so just like, you know, walking in, asking questions, and then you're out of there. So I took note of the fact that there was this lady who apparently she was upset about something having to do with a passport, some passport related matters. And you could feel the flame with which she's going to be entering that space. And you know something, a member, I can't remember her name. She's fair skinned. She was sitting there at the time. I don't know if you'd remember that. Not the lady.
Is that the deputy?
But might be the deputy, maybe. Yes, but
the deputy Laird, Patrick Laird.
Yes, I think you're right. So straight away, she, perhaps having the gift of discernment, and I heard the energy of the person. She was ready to tell them off. That was the energy that she was carrying, ready to tell them, you know. And what Ms. Laird did, she quickly said to the lady, "Oh, I just love your outfit. Oh my goodness."
Yes.
And straight away, she said, the lady said, "Thank you." And she came right down.
Yes.
Right down.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the how that is important.
It's the how. It's the how and the listen. And big up, much blessings to the High Commission team in the UK. Again, they are. I have interacted. I've worked with them. They have been quite supportive, and they continue to do all they can based on the resources they have to support the community in the UK. And we are just there to push that vision that they have, you know, in the communities, both in UK, push the vision of the VJDC in their state. But really and truly comes down to they alone can do it.
Yes.
You know, they alone can do it. Mr. Winter, Lady Kelly from Companies of Love Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew cannot do it by himself, and we can't sit down and wait on him to come and give good service. You are the one in the companies. We are the ones serving the people. And if we do our part well, I might get cut in for this, but maybe that would have been a little easier with certain things. You know? So when we traverse places where the Jamaicans are, whether I'm in Florida, across the southern states, Texas, wherever they may be. And there's so much more areas to cover. But I love to go there because I want to be a part of the solution, Dervan.
Yes.
I want to be a part of the solution. I want to hear it. I feel it to my core. These are stuff that keep me up at night. When somebody calls and says, Narda, I need help because the court, this immigration needs this document by tomorrow. What we're doing is not just a document, it's a future we're securing for next generation. Because if this document don't sort out, it's going to be an impediment to any other step that needs to be taken for an unborn family member or a friend who can benefit from this process.
Yes.
So we need to stop thinking so short-sighted on thinking that, me not feel good today, I never eat no food, I'm alive, this and that, so I can't treat Dervan anyway. You never know what will happen. You never know what your action is triggering in the long term.
Yeah, very well said. Very well said. So now going forward, I mean, how do you, or maybe it has started already from the standpoint of how you balance the work that you have to do with your organization, IDS, senior moment, integrated diaspora services?
It's easy because we are social impact entrepreneurs. It helps us to fulfill that mantra or that mandate of engaging, empowering, and transforming lives. And persons like Sir Peter Gracie has been instrumental in helping us to push that vision. And so engaging the community, keeping them informed, connecting them to each other, and connecting them back home, ensuring that there will always be an avenue or solution to address their many needs, their many pains, to fulfill those dreams, those generational legacies and wealth and whatever they want to leave behind. Open their eyes to opportunities back home. All of this comes under my role as community engagement advisor. So it is basically in alignment.
Yes.
And also a fulfillment of what we do at Integrated Diaspora Services. Don't want people to think it's not just an entity that also gets your money. No, it's an entity that is in the business of transforming lives, building our country and our region. Because you know what, Dervan? If Lord should say, North Peace, come on home, I would want to ensure that a system would have been created to keep our people engaged globally and keep them, have a seamless system so which they can continue to build our country, Jamaica.
Well said. Well said. And so as we wrap, for the benefit of those who always like to know who they can call on, or which arm of this organization or that institution, people who want to go straight to the source, for example, how do you position yourself so that you are where you need to be, so that you are able to do what you need to do in carrying out your duties, whether for the Jamaica Diaspora Council or Integrated Diaspora Services?
So whether you want, I just wanted to say that we do what we do also, Dervan, because people need to know the importance of why they need to get, for example, their passport. Yes?
Yes.
They need to know why they need to get a TRN. The point is, you may have dreams of doing business back home and you want to contribute to the society and all of that, but you cannot do it without a tax registration number. Right? You want to stay in the country, don't come to immigration and customs how they're telling you to go home before the 6 months up. Because you can't stay beyond. You can stay beyond 6 months and for as long as you want to with your Jamaican pass. Right? So to get more information and hurry up and get it so they don't take away your land in Jamaica because there's no title, you can go to You can connect with Peter Gracie, for example, and any of the global Jamaica Diaspora Council representatives in the different places. Or it would be long to go through all the agent numbers globally, but you can call us at 876-564-3058 or 852-7716 or 347-737-0478 or email us at integrated-diaspora-services@gmail.com.
Well done, Nordia Cheap. It's always a pleasure to exchange words with you and to showcase the body of work that is being done. And we trust that more people will be, more members of the diaspora will be bitten by the bug in a good way.
Yes, Dervan. I'm looking forward to that. And there are persons who have been bitten. Let me take a quick minute just to dig up to the unofficial ambassadors like in Germany, Barbara, Wendy in Switzerland, Susie in Belgium. I don't want to get the cutting or forgetting anybody's name, but these persons who are across the world, the Irish team, February, Michelle and Roger in Ireland, doing a great job bringing the community together. We know they might have grievances and we can't cope with one another, but they could come back together.
All right. We hear you loud and clear. Thanks a lot, Nardia. Well done and all the very best. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you. And pick up the step, Dervan.
Thank you. All right. Take care, Nardia Teep. She is a community engagement advisor with the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council in the southern United States. And we thank Peter Gracie for helping us to curate that particular segment of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. We'll be back in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
8:46 on Power 106.
Power 106 FM, the digital sound, now reaching you in more ways. Listen to us on 106.1 to 106.9 on the FM band. You can also listen to us on the Power 106 FM app, which you can download on the Google Play Store or the App Store. Plus, listen to us on onespotmedia.com and the One Spot Media app, or log on to go-jamaica.com. Power 106 FM, where all views can contend, giving you powerful talk radio in so many ways, on air and online. Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, you need to know.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Good morning to Sophia Nemard in Newell, St. Elizabeth. Thank you for tuning in as usual. Gray Shim says, good morning, Mr. Malcolm. I read with interest the story of the neglected fountain in Savlamar that is being used as a urinal and trash receptacle. After just returning from a trip to Portugal, where there is so much historical buildings and churches, I am struck with House Jamaica. I'm struck with house. Something is missing. What is missing? I am struck with. Let's try again. After just returning from a trip to Portugal, where there is so much historical buildings and churches, I am struck with something. House Jamaica and the United States do not always spend to conserve the past. The buildings being built now are more about reaping profits from real estate and rent. What will archaeology dig, find in the next century? But some faded Kisco pop bags and empty cigarette boxes next to a sardine can. What good? Nice tie. Wins or not? Thank you very much for your message. As we continue with more here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online, we're winding down, getting ready to wrap in another few minutes, but using the opportunity to complete the list, the list of events, fundraisers that are taking place across the diaspora. So we still have a few in Canada. So we're going to finish those. We're going to finish those in the next few minutes and move right along. And Gray Shim says, oh, yes, we got that. Peter Gracie says, absolutely great interview and valuable information. Thank you very much, Peter Gracie, for your comments, and thank you for your work behind the scenes as well. Continuing with more here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Here are a few more events before we have to wrap. Take a note of the dates, please. The awards ceremony for the 21st Annual Scholarship Program of the Jamaican Canadian Association will take place on Saturday, the 23rd of September. And that is, trying to find the time, not seeing the time, but you can go to jcaontario.org, jcaontario.org, and get the information. More than 40 unique student scholarships will be awarded on Saturday, the 23rd of September. Make a note of it. And that takes us to the Pentecostal and Evangelical Center presenting Woman of Substance Conference. This is scheduled for the 16th of September at 12 noon, featuring with participation from Prophetess Dion Wilson, Pastor Michelle Gardner, and Prophetess Suzette Stevens. Suzette Haylett Radlin, the host pastor, will also be doing duties. And Ministers J. Clark, Praise and Worship Director, or Minister J. Clark, Praise and Worship Director. Host pastors, Reverend Ilya Radlin and Reverend Suzette Haylett Radlin. First year church anniversary, that's what they're marking, first year church anniversary on the 23rd of September, 6 o'clock in the evening. Guest speaker, Pastor Jeffrey Myers and Missionary S. Walters, Missions Director. The Meadowbrook High School Alumni Ontario Chapter presents Autumn Gala. Or did this? Yes, this is coming up, Autumn Gala. And this is Meadowbrook High School's 65th Blue Sapphire anniversary. The doors open at 6:30 in the evening. Dinner starts at 7. It's scheduled for Saturday, the 30th of September. Contribution, 90 Canadian dollars. Music by DJ Carey. Live performance by J Harmony. And it will be held at Woodbine Banquet Hall, 30 Vice Regent Boulevard, Etobicoke. That's Woodbine Banquet Hall, 30 Vice Regent Boulevard, Etobicoke. This one you heard earlier on from Ren Mendez, Brandon Hill Alumni Association, Clarendon, Jamaica, 13th annual fundraising dinner, comedy show, and dance, Saturday, September the 30th, featuring Jamaica's Sammy Davis Jr., Mr. Chris Hales, MC and entertainer, Jimmy Reed, Mr. Soulman, and Marcia Brown, with real Jamaican comedy. The venue is St. Nedela, Nedela, St. Nedela Banquet Hall, 485 Bailey Street, Ajax, Ontario, southwest corner of Bailey Street and Westney Road South. Dinner contributions must be received 7 days in advance. Tickets $100 Canadian. Doors open at 6:30. Dinner served from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Formal attire, cash bar. And for more information, you can contact Ren Mendez, 905-718-7202. That's 905-718-7202. You can also send your message to Mendez00@rogers.com. And there's a lovely picture of the students who will benefit. So proceeds will assist ongoing support of 2 gifted students at Clarendon College and 70,000 Canadian dollars worth of kitchen renovation. For more information, you can go to BrandonHillAlumniToronto.com. BrandonHillAlumniToronto.com. Let's look now to Cornwall College Alumni Association Canada. Cornwall College Alumni Association Canada presenting their 46th anniversary dinner and dance featuring Lukey D. And this is Saturday, the 30th of September. Cocktails at 6:30, dinner at 7:30. The venue is St. Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, 231 Milner Avenue. That's St. Peter and Paul Banquet Hall, 231 Milner Avenue. Admission, $100 Canadian per person, pre-sold tickets only. Pace Canada presents Jamaican Style Bingo. It's a fundraiser, funraiser, that's deliberate, fundraiser. And this takes place on the 1st of October and will run from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Essence of Mind will be hosting Stimulus 10th Annual Fundraising Gala, scheduled for the 7th of October. Buffet-style dinner, fashion show, live entertainment, raffle, silent auction, keynote speaker, and this will be at Lions Banquet Hall, 45 Avondale Boulevard, Brampton, Ontario. St. Hugh's High School Alumni Association Fall Dance Party with DJ Marcus Auja, scheduled for Saturday, the 14th of October, 9 o'clock in the night, 1158 Arrowwood Drive, Mississauga, Ontario. Complimentary refreshment. Tickets, $40, cash bar, soup on sale. And you can contact shhsaacan@gmail.com. shhsaacan@gmail.com. And for those in the Durham region, Marcia Brown Productions celebration, or will be celebrating in the form of Deception, that's the production. Oshawa, 1 performance only. And this will be at the Eastdale Collegiate and Vocational Institute. 1 performance only in Oshawa. And there's a 2-day event at Woodbine, and that is That is at 30 Vice Regent Boulevard in Etobicoke, Ontario. Also hosting a fundraiser, the Jamaica Foundation Hamilton. Jamaica Foundation Hamilton. Their event is scheduled for the 20th of October, Friday, the 20th of October, 6 o'clock in the evening. The venue is Michelangelo Banquet Center, 1555 Upper Ottawa Street, Hamilton, Ontario. Keynote speaker, Dr. Siebert Adamson. Master of Ceremonies, Reverend Junior Smith. Oops, we're out of time. Goodness, can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online, for today, Saturday, the 9th of September, 2023. All things being well, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online returns next Saturday. Till then, this is Dervan Malcolm, encouraging all of us to be safe and peaceful and have a restful day. Take care.
Thank you for joining the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online with Dervan Malcolm, only on Power 106 FM.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
9 o'clock.
Come home to 106 FM, your lifestyle station.
Bye.